Welcome to the making of a DM. My $120,000 weekend experience. And I'm going to share with you how a fella turned 5 cents into $130 million. So with that said, let's get started.
I'm more Kevin's I'm more Kevin's DM. I'm here to help and teach him what I know and how I did it. To discover freedom. There ain't no question more Kevin's when he step in the door. He's closing deals. It's time to tell him what the DM stand for. I'm a deal maker. But I'm not just a deal maker. I'm a dream maker.
Hey there, it's your boy Mark Evans, DM. Welcome to another making of a DM, and thank you guys so much for all the messages. I'm getting tons of messages on Instagram and Facebook that we're back, and they're excited that we're doing the show a week, as we've done for many years now. But I'm excited to be here today. I got home late last night around midnight. I've been going hard since Friday, literally from like 4:30 to 5 a.m. till 10, 11 o'clock at night. And that's not my normal routine. And then I'll explain why that was going on, as it's a full immersion into some cool stuff. But also, I want to say thank you guys so much for all the 5-star reviews. And again, if you do a 5-star review on any platform you're on, snapshot it and send it over to me at markevansdm@gmail on Instagram, and let me know. I'd love to connect with you and let you know you're a loyal listener, and I appreciate you. A lot of you guys ask, Mark, I was at, meeting here this weekend, and lots of guys are asking, Mark, how can I be valuable to you? And I want to be honest, this is exactly what I said. And I've kind of been this guy my whole life, to be honest with you, but I don't need anything from anybody. Truthfully, I really don't. I've worked really hard. I just want good people in my life. I want to work with great people every day. I want to help people. I want to, shine the light brighter for all of us and work, just win with winners. And, but when we started talking, I was like, the only thing you could really do is just share the message, share the podcast show, share the books, Magician vs. Mule, Me Economy, 10-Minute Business Owner. I have 12 books out there. One resonates with you, just share it. Let one person know, let 3 people know, whatever. And I've been talking to you guys about this on the podcast show. When you're listening to my voice right now, you could literally stop it, pause it, and go to your share button and share it with 1 or 2, 3, 10 people that you feel like that message resonates. And what this does, it gets you thinking about big stuff, abundant thinking. Because when I'm listening to shows, it's not just about me. It's about, I'm learning, right? Just like you, I listen to podcast shows. I listen to all this stuff. I love it. I literally an hour a day minimum. But when I'm on my walks or runs or whatever, I'm listening to this. If something pops, we're talking to a lot of different people all the time in our network. It might resonate with me, but I'm like, wait a minute. I was talking to Matt. Matt said this. Oh, dude, this, hey, Matt, listen to this episode between minute 22 and 24. It's huge. And it's a good way for you to kind of connect and drive deeper relationship capital with your friends and your people that you're working with, even if you barely know them. And now, like I said, now they know you listen to this type of content, and they're like, wow, like, dude, like, you're on it. This guy sounds crazy. I kind of like it, or whatever. And that's kind of how this game works. I think it's really a cool opportunity to relate with your buddies and connect. I've done this in the past, where the old days, a lot of you don't maybe not know this, but like, I would grab the newspaper if I'm reading it, like in the business section or real estate section. I used to cut it out. This is pre-picture phones and all that fun stuff, right? But I would cut it out and I would send them a message like via postal mail and say, hey man, like a quick letter, like, hey Steve, I saw this about the what's going on in the title company world, mortgage world. What's your thoughts? Anyways, man, hope all's well. Just thinking about you. And then like people would be like, dude, you like, man, I like, it's unheard of. You could still do that method as well. It's just, I'm talking about the podcast show today because it's so simple to do that, to stop, push, send. I send my wife messages all the time. I send her podcast shows I'm listening to, all my friends. I mean, I do it pretty much daily. So it's a good habit. Share the show is what I'm saying. And it means a lot to me. That's what you could do for me to help, not just me, but the community and the people you roll with. So let me explain to you I talk about investing in yourself. If someone comes to me and says, Mark, what's the best investment you've ever done? I know a lot of people think about like, oh man, I did a real estate deal and I 5X. Oh man, I did this and I 2X. Oh man, I make 27% a month on this, or whatever. The best investment I made and I continue to make is investing in myself. I still have coaches and mentors. I invest hundreds of thousands of dollars at this point in my life per year in high-level masterminds and mentorship groups and private networks. So, some of them you may have heard of, R360. You got to have a net worth of $100 million minimum. Most people in there are worth $500 million to up to $20 billion. Very small, intimate. You're paying $280,000 a year for that network. Some of you, Tiger 21, that's a $10 million minimum net worth. They review your books. They make sure you're legit. They put you in little pods of people. And, these groups exist. Think about this. What does this do to your life and your business if you're hanging out with people that are making or worth a certain amount of money? So you might be thinking, well, Mark, shit, I'm barely worth anything right now. Cool. But you're on your way. You're listening to a show like this to learn to grow. Everyone's on a different timeline. That doesn't mean your timeline's right or wrong. It's just a different timeline. It is what it is. You get anxious like I do. I want it to go fast, go quicker. Holy shit, I got a lot going on. Oh my God, I have nothing going on. Well, man, I feel like I'm working a lot, but nothing's coming to fruition. So we've all been there. We're all there still today. But the investing in yourself is the biggest investment because the compound effect, and by the way, I've been investing in myself since 1996. I took $2,500, went to a Russ Whitney seminar. Back in the old days, you had to go to seminar, fly there, drive there, sit down, and learn. It was an infomercial TV ad. I called the number. I paid $2,500, went to a 3-day training, and then that's just a sell cycle. Like that was a whole nother world. But like I learned enough in that $2,500 3-day investment that I went out and did my first deal. I made $15,000. I wrote a book about it called $1 Deals. But like it gets you going. And what it does is a couple things really unlock. It unlocks you because when you invest $2,500 or $5,000 or $50,000 or $120,000 or whatever the number is, when you invest in you, now it comes real. See, a lot of people are like, dude, no one will invest in me. My first question always, if people are presenting opportunity or whatever, my first question always is this: Bob, how much have you invested in yourself in the last 12 months? And they look at you like you're dumb because they have no clue what you're talking about. And it's like, well, let me explain. How much have you bought books, courses, seminars, mentorship, mastermind groups, etc.? How much have you invested in yourself? And if they say, oh, I don't believe in that bullshit, cool, I'm not interested. Because they're not willing to learn. They're not willing to, they can't even educate themselves. So what makes them think I am going to invest my time and energy to educate someone that doesn't want to be educated? See, I'm not here to change them. Like, I'm not here to I want to catch people on the other side. I want people like, dude, I put 50 grand in this game. I'm investing in myself every day, every dollar, and eventually it's going to break. Eventually it's going to make it work. It's going to pop. Those are the guys I like to work with because now they're vested. You guys, this is when I say win with winners. This is what winners do. They invest in themselves. Some of you listen to my voice, more than likely have never really invested money in yourself. I've sold in my DM family, it's $50,000 a year. And again, I'm a user as well to these products. So please hear me out here because it's very important. When someone pays me $50,000, that's when change happens. It sounds crazy because obviously you got to have a great product, a great brand, and you got to be able to serve them. Obviously, that's, a given. It should be a given anyways. And if they're strategic aligned with where they're at and where they want to go, and they feel like I'm the one that can help them get there based off our prior conversation. And again, you would never present this to someone you can't help. But and I've seen this happen many, many, many times. I've done it 9 years. When they pay $50,000, their business grows by 20, 30, 40%. Because the belief in themselves, when they stroke that wire, when they send that money, they realize they're in control. They realize they're the best investment they could ever make. It unlocks a door that most will never walk through. They don't even know the door exists. Investing in yourself every single day, waking up at the time you say you're going to, going to the gym like you said you're going to do, making these moves every day, hiring the best personal coach, hiring the best business coach, hiring the best blah, 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 blah. Like, invest in yourself. It's very powerful. Very, very powerful. So I said, I'm a user. So I've hired a billionaire here in Fort Lauderdale to teach me in his small group. I pay him $120,000 a year. And we meet once a year and we sit in a room. There's about 28-ish of us with our spouses. So 14 business owners with spouses. And he brings in top tier people. I can't share all the details, but like people that are managing $50 billion, people that have multi-billion dollar companies that you guys all would know, big brand names. This year, we brought in someone from Shark Tank and went real deep. What's working, what's not. Let me ask you a question. This is a fun fact. Out of Shark Tank deals, say if they do 10 deals, how many of those deals do you actually think make money? So out of 10 deals, they say, yes, I'm in the deal. Out of 10 deals, how many do you actually think make money? These are vetted. They come on the show. They invest capital in their time. And these are smart investors. How many out of 10 do you think actually win and make a lot of money? I'll tell you the answer here shortly because it's going to blow your mind. What do you think it is, though? So I invest 120 grand to be in there. And as I'm sitting there, I'm the dumbest guy in the room by far. That's not hard to do, by the way. But I like that. I don't have an ego. I want to learn from people that's been there and done that. And I know it's the ultimate hack to hire or pay to get in those rooms, pay to get the connections. In that room, what's cool about it, this is my second year, by the way, with it. In that room, the relationship capital is fast forwarded drastically because when I'm paying 120 grand, you would think that I'm paying for who's in that room. I'm not. What I'm really paying for is who's not in that room. The tire kickers, the shit talkers, the no-doers, the people that are way in the nosebleed section saying, you can't do that. There's no way that works. Get a life, blah, 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 blah. That's what I'm really, I'm in a room where we can talk open and freely and connect with amazing human beings. That's what this game is about. It's an ultimate fast track. And listen, if you're listening to me and you've never invested in yourself, don't go from 0 to 120 grand a year for a weekend event and some calls. That's not where you're at. I'm not selling this. I'm just sharing. I invest in myself. And what's cool about that, I learn. And then I take it back to my people that invest $1,000 a month in the DM Alliance and the $50,000 a year in the DM family. I'm learning from these people. I'm forging relationships with top tier individuals that are A+ in their game. A+. People that you and I would never, ever have a chance to meet. We might meet them on the street. We wouldn't even know who they are, and we would never do anything with them. But when you really get intimate in an intimate setting with a leader that is leading from the front, that's sharing their contacts, their relationship capital, literally, it's a handoff. It's like a legacy transfer, right? Just like you're going to do with your children when you get wealthy and you do these things. You're handing the keys to the legacy when you depart planet Earth. In these relationship capital environments, it's the same thing. My mentor's handing me the key. He's literally grabbing my hand, grabbing the other guy's or gal's hand, and connecting us two together and saying, you both are my peeps. Enjoy. We fast forward both success. It's a mindset. It's a relationship mindset in that game. We're all there to win. We're all there to earn. We know we don't know anything. We want to be better. We want to help each other. We want to grow. We're trying to be the best version of ourselves every single day. My question to you is, are you auditing your circle of who you're rolling with? I want you to think about this very seriously. Over the last 10 years, how many big-time people's been in your life and how many of the same people's been in your life? They used a good phrasing of it. They're like, in football, right? Because football's all going on. By the way, we're in this room. Everyone's watching football and who's the guy? First of all, I don't even know who's playing still, but we're in there working. We're in there talking. We're in there shedding conversations that will literally change It will pivot opportunities to generate tens of hundreds of millions of dollars. I truly believe, I swear on my life, the people in that room, the 14 entrepreneurs and their spouses, someone with one of the information that this lady was sharing some insane information with us, at least one of those entrepreneurs, maybe me, I don't know yet, will grab a hold of that, really understand what she said, and be able to turn that into it's a $100 million a year business. I don't know what it looks like yet, but these sparks are happening. Sparks are flying everywhere in these kind of environments. No one in that room's like, oh, yeah, dude, sure. Yeah, that's probably a scam. Oh, yeah, man, if it's so easy, why doesn't everybody do it? Oh, yeah, I'm sure. Yeah, the 120 grand, I'm sure that, yeah, why do they need 120 grand if they're so smart, if they're worth $1 billion? It's because you're fucked up. That's why. Because the people you're rolling with are fucking with your mind and you're allowing it. So you're the fucked up one, straight up. You are, not them. So audit your circle. The last 10 years, have you invested in yourself? The last 10 years, who are you rolling with? The last 10 years, who have you subbed out to sub in with new people? Yes, it's going to probably be family members. Kick them out. Yes, it's probably going to be your friends from high school that used to smoke weed with. Kick them out. Yes, it's probably this guy and gal or whatever you hang out with because they're cool and it's fun and I kind of just want to chill. Fuck them. You only have one shot at this thing called life. Make the most of it. I'm not here to be your friend. I'm here to grow me. I'm not saying be a jerk about it or be a dick or disrespect. But listen, they're disrespecting you. If you allow them in your circle, if they're shit talking, negative Nancy, doing no work, never talking about anything big, no more stats about sports than they do about their personal finance. What do you want out of this thing called life? What do you want? Do you know how damn easy it is just to pay to play? A lot of you are doing this already in a weird way, right? They have the VFW, for example. My dad's a member there. You go to the VFW. I don't even know what the fee is. Can't be much. A couple $100 a year probably. You go there. You know what you're getting. If you go to a country club and spend $100,000 to join, $3,000 a month, you know what you're getting when you walk in there typically. There's a gun club down the street here. It's badass. It's a $5 million facility. People are paying their corporate memberships. They got a cigar bar, shooting range, workout facility, restaurant in this facility. It's a club. You know what you're getting when you go in there. Do you think at 2 o'clock in the afternoon, if you go in a club like that and people are just chilling, smoking sticks, shooting guns, fucking talking shop, do you think they're talking about what's not working or what's working and how to grow and how to hire and how to move the needle and how to make bigger impact in life and all that? You got to get in these rooms, folks. You have to. It's mandatory. If you're not, you're working way too hard. You want to do a quick thing? Take your top 10 friends. Tell them you're going to invest $25,000 in yourself. Hey, man, I'm further in my career. I'm going to go make an investment of $25,000 in myself this year. Pay attention to what they say. If they say, dude, that's awesome. Good for you. I'm like, why would you do that? Get them the fuck out of your life quickly. I'm serious. It's that important. But it's funny because these same fuckers went to college, $150K in debt, working a $75,000 job, thinking they got life by the balls, and they truly know they don't. But they act like they do. Why? Because they're the king of the dipshits. They're all hanging with each other, talking about the same bullshit. Nothing's getting progressed. They're just barely scraping by. Just, I hope I make it another day. The days drag on. You don't understand. Blah, 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 blah. Get out of those rooms immediately. But Mark, you don't understand. I don't need to understand. That's how I grew up. I grew up in a town of 666 people. I grew up listening to my aunts and uncles and cousins and brothers, like all these people, my friends, and they're all shit talking, downgrading, playing life small, wishing shoulda, coulda. I'm like, motherfucker, I'm going to go do. I'm going to find the people that's been there, done that, and get in the game. Why wouldn't you? It never stops. See, the thing is, the people that went to college are now debt 150 grand. If you tell them to invest in themselves, the reason they won't, because they realize this college system was a scam for them. They were sold a lie, and they bought it. See, when you're doing self-improvement, It's a specific thing that you want to learn to get in knowledge of to grow you and your life and your family and your legacy and everything else. It's very powerful, life-changing, and amazing. You genuinely, your real next best friend is a stranger in one of these rooms right now. One of your next best friends. Like, I'm talking genuinely. Like, what's cool about these rooms, I literally feel like I know these folks better than I do people I went to school with for 12 years of my life. I don't talk to anybody from high school except one guy. He's like my brother. His name's Bill. I talk to him about once a month. He's like my brother. You have to sub out to sub in. You have to be careful who you're sharing. You can't share big dreams with small-minded people. And if you continue to do so and they keep beating you down, guess what? If you believe them, you lose. See, the thing is, the truth is, when we're sharing these big visions, these grand ideas, oftentimes we're still unclear. So when we share with someone that doesn't live in abundance, that doesn't live like curious and wants to grow, their natural reaction is going to be like, dude, that's a scam. Don't do it. Why would you do that? That's stupid. And they create these stories. And if you listen to them and you believe them, you lose. Everyone loses. It's going to be hard. It's going to be painful because these are people you probably genuinely care about. But if you really do care about them, let them go and go build your life. Build a better you. Because eventually, they're going to be like, dude, how the fuck did you do that? And then you're going to share with them. Remember that time 12 years ago when I told you I was investing 25 grand on myself and you laughed? That's what I did. I went all in. I went all in on me. All in. Folks, I will continue to go all in on me every day, all day, forever, until I'm planted in the ground. And I hope you do too, because it is the most amazing thing you could ever do for yourself and your family and anybody you care about. So I want to share a fun story. Well, let me tell you the number. Back to the Shark Tank thing, because it's important. Out of 10 deals on TV, Shark Tank investors, smart people, many different verticals, many different businesses, out of 10 deals, how many actually fail or succeed, I should say? Out of 10 deals on Shark Tank with massive TV exposure, which drives a lot of traffic to these products and brands, 3 out of 10 succeed. 3. That means 7 fell on average. I want you to think about that for a minute. If everything you do constantly wins, you're not winning to the level you're capable of. Sounds crazy. There's got to be losses to create lessons to make things better. I always learn more about me and my business and my life when we're taking L's than I do when we're successful. Success hides failures, right? Some things just crush it, but eventually that party stops, slows down. But when you fail, you're really exposed. That's what's cool about being in vulnerable environments. Be vulnerable with yourself. True entrepreneurship is the most vulnerable place you could ever be if you want to be great, because you have to be real. Like, I fucked up. I did that. I made the decision. I knew better. I didn't see that. Wow, that was amazing. I'm going to learn from that. You. 100% responsibility and accountability to yourself. It's very powerful. But I want you to think about that. 3 out of 10 are successful. Just 3. Truth is, in the VC world and all that, it's usually like 1 out of 10, but the 1 crushes it. It still wins. It still makes money. Sometimes you just don't know. I don't care how great you are. You don't have 100% batting average. You just don't. It does not work like that, right? So I want to talk to you about something. So one of the guys speaking, again, I can't share names. This guy, billions of dollars. In the produce business, very small margin business, but massive, massive, massive distribution. there's a thing called enterprise value. Enterprise value is, what is my business worth? So like your EBITDA, that's like, after you say, if you make $100 million, all your expenses are 80 million, you net 20 million, give or take. I mean, I'm oversimplifying this, but $20 million is your EBITDA. And then you're going to get a 10x multiplier from your EBITDA when you go to sell to the market. Now you're getting $200 million on an exit. That sounds pretty cool, right? But in business, there's little things that you can do for every dollar on your bottom line. What that means, if you're getting a 10x EBITDA, every dollar you put on the EBITDA line is literally 10x. So while all you guys are trying to make 8% on your money, if you focused on your business, you could get a 10x return if you have the vision and know-how and understanding of what I'm talking about. This would help you stay focused a lot more if you grasp what I'm saying, right? So for every dollar I save and put on the EBITDA line, I'm going to get, when I go to sell my enterprise value, it's worth $10. Let's say if you save $1 million and you make the numbers tighter, you streamline your softwares, you streamline your people, and you look at your products, you look at your services, your stamps, you're spending, $2 million a year. You figure out how to get it to $1.1 million a year. That however you get there, the $1 million in your bottom line really is a $10 million play. Makes it a lot more fun when you understand the real game you're playing. See, a lot of you are playing the game, but the problem is you don't know what game you're really playing. I'm in the game to create, to sell. Every company I'm involved in, we are looking to go, how are we going to exit this? We're paying attention to balance sheets. I got to get better at that. Balance sheets. So this guy in the distribution channel, he was in the produce world, and he's like, I need to stay super focused. And my objective on our crates that we send out products in, I want to save 5 cents. You heard me right. 5 cents. And I'm going to dedicate 3 years of my life to do it. This sounds fucking mind-boggling, right? Like 5 cents. Dude, this, by the way, this is a multi-$100 million company as is. He's going to save 5 cents because in 3 to 5 years, he wants to sell. And the amount of just squeezing, driving down, putting your thumb on the vendor's throat that sells and produces these. My goal is 5 cents per container. Many millions of containers a month, right? It adds up. So in 3 years, by saving 5 cents, he turned 5 cents, literally 5 cent savings. Do you know what, when he exited the company, what that created in enterprise value just on saving 5 cents on one thing? Not 100, one. What do you think the number is? I hope you're sitting down. It added, when on his exit, $130 million in his pocket over a 5 cent savings. He went on a 5 cent mission to pull down the price to save 5 cents per unit. And by doing so in 3 years, it gave him an extra 130 grand on the sell. That sounds cool, right? It is. Very cool. So my question to you is, are you serious enough, and do you understand the real game you're playing to get real back to that's ultimate back to the real basics? I'm going to grind it out. I'm going to push this vendor. I'm going to work on this product. I'm going to clean it up. I'm going to tighten it up. I'm going to make it just inch by inch by inch by inch. There's nothing fucking cool. You're at a dinner party. Hey, Steve, what'd you work on this week? Oh, man, I saved a 0.02 cents today, this week. We're on our track, man. We're getting there. And people are going to look at you like you're crazy. Hey, man, I'm redesigning the package where it's stronger and it's actually 2 cents cheaper. People will be like, what the fuck are you talking about? Like, who cares? 2 cents, dude. Know what game you're playing. Understand how business really works. I could go on and on and on with stories like this. It's so massive. So massive. But I want you to start thinking, we talked earlier, about routines, right? I like to get up early. I like my days. And that's why I've been up since 4:30, getting home at midnight. We stayed at a nice resort in Lauderdale, but we're sitting at round tables at dinners. I mean, it's full immersion. We get up, I go work out, I do my thing. Boom, I'm at the meeting by 9, at the meeting at 9, have lunch at 12 to 1:30, sitting in these circles of people. Everyone's there from all over the country. We're talking, we're connecting. What are you working on? What are you doing? Hey man, your company's worth 35 million. Hey, if you plug this in, I've seen this happen. It goes to 52 million. Are you doing this? Are you doing that? Hey, you don't know that guy? Hey, I'll introduce you. I'll connect you. I got a meeting today with a guy, literally, he's booked out 7 months in advance. I'm meeting him today for an hour because of that meeting. It would have never happened if I didn't invest in myself. It had never happened if I didn't show up. And let me be honest, I have a lot of shit going on. I did not want to be there this weekend, but I had to be because I've committed to be better. And being better is not easy. Better and easy don't go together. I had to bring my mother-in-law in. She stayed with the kids. Me and my wife went out there for 3 days. We left the yacht. We were on the yacht last night till 10:30 at night. We drove from the yacht to the house instead of going back to the hotel because I want to be here when they wake up. That's like my thing. Sounds crazy, right? Left the yacht, blah, blah, 142-footer with 24 amazing individuals. How could something great not happen? One conversation, one connection, one relationship away from a different life. But most of you could do it. You're just not putting yourself in those rooms because you're talking to the wrong clowns, the wrong dipshits, telling you it's dumb, it's a scam, it's a ripoff. But motherfucker, they have 150 grand in back, owed money to college. And that's why they think it's a scam because they went to the wrong thing. And they think, hey, I'm going to go to college and that's it. That's when education stops. No, motherfucker, that's when education starts. Every day I'm educating myself to become better. And you need to too. And if you're not, get the fuck off my podcast show. You should not be here. It's stupid. You're wasting your time. Go hang out, have fun, smoke cigars, play golf, watch sports, put your hand down your pants, eat popcorn, drink beer, do whatever. This is not the show for you. But for the people that want a better life, that want real shit, this is how real business is done, by the way. It's not like, oh, hey, John, how are you doing? Yeah, everything's great. Yeah, okay, have a great day. Not in my world, not in any world I know. There's a lot of things we got to do. We're wearing a lot of hats. We're dealing with a lot of shit, real shit. And oh, by the way, we have family too involved. You have to add that family component. Kids, sports, time for yourself, time with your spouse. How do you guys have time to do all this other shit? Well, not everyone really wants what they say. They say it. Very few are showing up. Why is there only 24 in that room? Why is there 480 people in that room? See, I'm always pissed off when I see people go to these sporting events, Taylor Swift events. They'll fucking spend $250 to go to these events, but they won't spend $100 to learn something online for 6 hours that could make their life better. I could pack a stadium of 60,000 people to get wasted, to disregard life, to go watch sport. And again, I'm not knocking sports. It's just, dude, if you don't have your life in order, you don't have your shit you want in life, why are you wasting it on some fucking sports team that you don't give two shits? They don't care about you. They just want to rope you in and take your money and act like you're having fun. How are you having fun? You get drunk, you're hungover, you're hanging out with people. And again, I get it. I'm not knocking. If you have money and you got your shit dialed in, cool, go do those experiences. But depending where you're at in the journey, don't be wasting time on things that you could be investing in yourself. Time and money. You are your best investment. You are your best investment. So I hope at the end of the day, you get in the right rooms with the right people, the right connections, the opportunities, the thing, I love it. You'll become fast friends, expedite conversations, most importantly, expedite results. Who wants to wait 5 years to do X when you can do it in 30 days? This is the ultimate hack. And I trust next week when I talk to you, by the way, if you're not on the $1 to $10 million newsletter, you're absolutely crazy. It's free. It's at markevansdm.com/10 million, 10 million. It's free. I'm sharing how I'm putting deals together, real time, look over my shoulder, fly on the wall, whatever you want to call it, you see the deal flow. You see deals happening. I got a message going out here shortly where we just inked another deal. It's going to be fucking insane. And I explain why I'm doing it and how we're doing it. You can learn for free. Don't confuse, though, free with investing in yourself, because when you pay attention. And I'm not saying you can't learn and go implement and earn with free content. I'm not saying that at all. But you got to put pressure on it. By paying, it unlocks you. Has nothing to do about the content. It could be the same exact fucking content. But when you pay 50 grand, that content looks way different. That content feels way different. And most importantly, the results from that content, because you're invested now, the outcome is way, way, way different. So I hope you get out there and kick ass today. Keep me posted with your progress. Make sure to hit me up on social media at Mark Evans DM. I'm here for you. I'm rooting for you. Hope you have an amazing day. Make today count.
I'm Mark Evans DM. I'm here to help and teach them what I know and how I did it to discover freedom. There ain't no question Mark Evans when he step in the door. He's closing deals. Time to tell him what the DM stand for. I'm a deal maker, but I'm not just a deal maker. I'm a dream maker. The journey's where it's at. It's all about the process. It's time to get over to the DM project. From a small town in Ohio, so I know how it is. Did not come from a lot of money. I remember as a kid, wanted to make 100 racks. Didn't see no one making more than that. Graduated high school with a 1.8. Thought they should've held me back. I hope my principals and teachers are alive just to witness this. I'm my own boss. I'm out here running 2-8-figure businesses. I can walk away from it all and I'll be good, but I've been called to help people just like y'all learn the game. It's time to ball. Everybody chasing the money, but I'm not chasing the money. I'm out here chasing the purpose. Yo, I've been working my whole life. What got us where we at isn't gonna get us where we wanna go. So it's time to push, time to learn, time to grow. I'm Mark Evans DM. I'm here to help and teach them what I know and how I did it to discover freedom. There ain't no question Mark Evans when he step in the door. He's closing deals. Time to tell him what the DM stand for. I'm a deal maker, but I'm not just a deal maker. I'm a dream maker. The journey's where it's at. It's all about the process. It's time to get over to the DM project. I'm Mark Evans here. Deal maker, deal maker, deal maker, DM project.
This is the podcastfactory.com.